So we're just a week off before we actually get to see the new look of Bleach Soul Resonance, which doesn't really, like, me saying it doesn't sound real because I'm just like, bro, we've been waiting 2 years. Because it was back in 2023 when we first heard about it. Obviously, you know, there was alphas and whatnot happening, but here we are 2 years later, and to what was a dream is, yeah, no, it's actually happening. It's actually happening. So now, if you have signed up to the beta, like myself, and you're just kind of staring at it every single day, like I am, I believe you should find out whether or not if you've been picked. I've been hearing 2 dates. Either the invitations are going out on the 7th, which is a Friday, this Friday, or the 10th, which is the Monday. I want to say more than likely the 7th, because yeah, I don't know. To be fair, I don't know why. I just want it. I just want to know if I got in or not. But yeah. There's also been confirmation to say that with what happens to this beta in terms of people getting in, you're allowed to stream it, videos, and you're allowed to post that. You can do whatever you want. You can show the game off. So regardless of whether you get in or not, it's all good. We're still going to see the game, and we're going to see where the game plays at, etc. Characters, all that good stuff, the gacha system, etc. Speaking of the gacha system, I do want to kind of go over that just a little bit because I managed to find some content on that, and it's going to be brutal. I'm hoping that they've updated it, but it's going to be brutal. Things first, ladies and gentlemen, we got a brand new Bleach video. Yeah, if you guys don't know, the developers have officially started to release character trailers. Yeah, so this is the SR Ichigo, I'm pretty sure I'm saying. Unfortunately, they don't give you the full information on each of his skills and what they actually apply. Just a brief little explanation of well, what it is, of course. But yeah, I don't think much has changed, to be fair, in terms of his moveset. I think the rush was something unique. I'm just trying to replay it again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was now. One thing which I also want to mention is the camera angle. I will say, if they keep a camera angle something similar to what we're seeing here, because the thing is that with the camera angles that's being shown here, it could very well be specifically for showcase, but if we get like an option to where we can have this sort of dynamic look of it all, then this game is just, it's going to be huge, it's going to be massive. And the fact that this is a mobile game, if anything, god damn. So yeah, we got our character trailers officially releasing whilst, well, leading up to the beta. I think we'll get more even as the beta goes past. I mean, this is also just further confirmation to say that we can probably expect this game to drop the first quarter of 2025, or the first half of 2025, should I say, of course. We still have another beta, as I've mentioned previously, to go through. But I think that one will be more of a finalization of a beta type, of course, just to get those last minute fixes and whatnot. So I think we're well on our way to get this game. I'm hoping during the summertime, but we'll have to wait and see what the developers have in mind and what issues arise, of course. On top of that, to those that are still patiently waiting for global info, I believe we should be getting some global news very, very soon. I think Haku will keep us updated on that part. So yeah, good news on that part. So yeah, overall, exciting times. Next week, Bleach kicks off, and I do hope that with the next beta, they do involve global. I don't know who's really behind it all in terms of the global side of things, but I mean, it's already been pre-announced to say that there will be. Well, I say that. I'm hoping they don't go back on their word or delay global any longer than they need to. So that's always going to be playing on my mind. But again, once we get more talks, furthermore confirmation on that, I think we'll be at ease. We'll be at ease. But for right now, hey, I'll take getting my hands early on this game. We'll say that much. Alright, so this was the summons through the beta, and as you guys can see, 0.6%. Now, I think this is the general pool. I think the general pool for the SSRs will be 0.6, and then I assume when a character has their like specific radar banner, of course, or their own banner, should I say, I want to say maybe the SSR will go up to, I don't know, 1%. I think it was 1%, because on the beta, or on the alpha, should I say, there was specific character banners, of course, and I'm very confident in saying that I believe there was a little bit of rate up, but again, yeah, the rates are going to be very brutal. Not only that, as you guys can see, it's one of those, boys. It's one of, I hate when they do this. Is another thing which I'm praying that they separate, is the characters and these. I mean, I don't really know what to call them. It's kind of like, oh, in terms of how other gacha games work on summoning for not just the character, but for like the materials and resources which provide you with stat increase for your characters, and some cards that might apply more to your character, if that makes sense. That's basically what these little square stars are. Basically, as you guys can see, it's got 2 stars right there at 69.4%, of course. So yeah, it's gonna be an annoying one in terms of yeah, they've also thrown in other bits and bobs. So I believe these are pieces too, so it's gonna be pretty annoying. I do hope that they do separate it, because I'm just interested in the characters, and then, you know, need be if I want to go for the said I don't even know what to call them. Should we just call them memory fragments for right now, or like, yeah, we'll just call them memory. Cut them out. I don't know what the actual terminology for these are at, but yeah, there is its own little shop, of course. As you summon, you'll get these materials and resources. So yeah, whilst in the midst of getting these like memory pages for your characters, of course, so, you know, there are these orbs that you can also get your hands on. Again, these will like give you damage to like curses, an extra 10%. I think with this Byakuya one, it's I think, well, what it says is when they're not in Bankai mode, you can directly release the 3rd stage of the normal attack by long pressing the normal attack button, which increases the spiritual power gain for this attack. So like yeah, so there's going to be other things in the way, boys, alright? So summoning might be a little bit brutal, of course. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get out, of course. There's also I think the main stats on what they also provide you with these orbs is weapon attribute increase or improvement by 50%, of course. I think that's just across the board. So yeah, that's I mean, well, it is, I mean, I guess if you summon enough, you know, you can really push to increase the power level of your said character. And that is another thing which I do want to briefly mention, is that with Bleach Resonance, it will be working off from power level. So working on your Ichigo, whoever, of course, all of this will push them to gain more power level. And so with that being said, it seems that Bleach Resonance are going to be taking that path of what do you call it, power level requirement for story and any other mode, of course, itself. Right, so that was the orb side of things on how they can just specifically help you out. You've got these little posters, which, as you guys can see, there's multiple pieces. So yeah, the hunt is on. The hunt is on. Oh my goodness gracious me. But as you guys can see, these are now specifically directly working for specific characters. So with Byakuya, this is a prime example. With this specific poster, by collecting all the pieces, it will basically make it so that I believe this is Bankai that's getting a little bit of a buff up, of course. He also gets a base stat increase of attack, defense, and HP. So yeah. Oh, engravings, core engravings. Okay, that's what. Okay, I never knew. So that is also going to be in the middle of you trying to pull the character. So yeah, the gacha system for this game, it's going to be annoying. I mean, go figure. It's going to be like that. I don't know how free-to-play friendly they're going to make the game, so I'm hoping they make it fairly decent. I know that there are game modes where you can actually farm these memory pieces, so yeah, well, it's going to be lower rarity. I think the higher rarity ones, such as like these that affect the SSR characters in terms of buffing up their special attacks, of course, I think that is specifically going to be pay to win. But the chase will be on in terms of gaining these pieces to get the full freaking poster, the full look, and then you having to apply that onto your character, of course. It's okay. If anyone has played Black Clover Mobile, when you do your gear setup, it's exactly like that in terms of these poster pictures. Yes, I just remembered. It's exactly like that, where you got to kind of piece them together, of course. So, I'll quickly throw this in here. So again, you guys get a closer look on like the power system. So battle power right there, as you guys can see from my boy Ichigo. So this is kind of when I played it last. This boundary system is a upgrading system, I guess, or awakening system for these characters. I don't know if this is going to switch up to say that this is going to be for the duping system. Although right now, as you guys can see, it says consume that certain material, which is farmable as well as summonable. But I'm hoping they don't make this. I mean, well, this could technically be a duping system, because it does increase our attacks in terms of power and gives us bonuses for skills themselves. So I don't know if this was just because of the testing phase. Ascension, there you go. I don't know because of the testing phase if this was just added there for us to progress through. And so like stage 1, stage 2 will use resources, and then stage 3 will probably require a dupe. I think that's probably what they're going to be doing. Stamps! That's what they're called. Stamps. Yes. So those pictures that I showed you where you get your increase in your ultimate and bankai and whatnot, they're called stamps. But anyway, just kind of want to give you guys a little bit more insight news on on what's to come. But next week, boys, it all kicks off. So if you have entered, just keep your eye on your entry and to see if you get an invitation either on this Friday coming up. If you don't get an invitation from Friday, Saturday, Sunday or Monday, then unfortunately I think it's a GG. So in between Friday to Monday this week, just kind of keep a lookout to see if you get invited. If nothing comes up by the end of Monday, then ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. we'll have to resort to just kind of watching others.